To receive your ancestors in the best possible way, let's look at how to prepare 3 things. First, an altar, which will properly receive the souls of the departed that are traveling to meet you. Second, skulls made of sugar or marzipan, which you will use to communicate with your ancestors. And 3, preparing your energy field with your guardian angel as an ally to facilitate and harmonize the process. So let us start with the altar. Why create an altar for the dead? Your altar is a portal where your ancestors and departed loved ones are going to arrive and reside during the 3 days of Dia de los Muertos. Your altar allows you to host the departed and communicate with them. Some altars are huge and have several levels if you have a large family or if it is a community altar. I'm talking about an altar you can make at home regardless of the size of the space you have to work with. You should choose a space that won't be disturbed and that you can interact with easily. Traditionally, an altar is a table or a shelf covered with a colorful fabric. A simple altar can be done with the photos of the ancestors or departed loved ones you are planning to invite and work with. If you have a photo of an ancestor, stand the photo up and place a candle in front of the photo. You can rest the photo on the back wall of your altar if you need. If you don't have photos, write their names on separate pieces of paper and place them on the altar to symbolically reserve the seats of your chosen guests. Dedicate 1 candle to each guest that you will place on top of their name. You can invite up to 4 guests. If this is your first altar or if you don't have time, stay simple. All you need is a votive candle for each guest. Many more ancestors will come to help, you will see, but those are the ones you will be working with closely. If you went through the Day of the Dead experience last year, or if you wish a more advanced altar, you can decorate the altar with flowers, especially, as you can see, marigold, which are used traditionally. You may also want to add a cup of water for each ancestor, food and drinks to feed and nourish the traveling ancestors. Think about their favorite food or drinks. Also incense such as sage, myrrh, frankincense, copal, or palo santos, and a cup of salt bring psychic protection to you and to them. On the 3 days of the dead, apart from our meditations, take some time to share a meal with your ancestors. Talk to them, remember the good times, and forgive the less good times. This is what the altar is about, passing some time with your ancestors or departed loved ones. The ancients are very much aware of the principle of reciprocity. The more you give, the more you receive. So the generosity of your offering to your ancestors comes back to you as good luck and abundance in your life. And your generosity in giving them love and blessings come back to you as exactly that, love and blessings. Nothing is ever lost, and I experienced it myself. You will receive treasures beyond measures that will fill your heart and soul for weeks to come. So now there is the second thing to prepare. You are going to need 2 sugar skulls. You can buy sugar skulls at Mexican bakeries at the end of October, if you have Mexican bakeries where you live. Since you are creating your own type of celebration, you can make the skulls yourself out of marzipan, which is a delicious almond paste. Why make them out of marzipan? Because you are going to eat them at the end of the ritual, and it's better to eat marzipan than white sugar. So eating the skull is about assimilating the wisdom of your ancestors. Making the skulls yourself is more magical because you infuse your energy and the energy of the ancestors you are inviting into the dough. So while you are making it, think of the special ancestors as you make their skulls, and you will have a stronger connection with them, which is essential to the process. So how do you make a marzipan skull? Buy one marzipan bar for 2 skulls. Take the marzipan bar out of its wrap, cut it in half, roll each half into a ball, create the eye sockets by pressing into the paste with one of your fingers. Then you draw the nose with a knife like a reverse V shape. Draw the teeth with 3 horizontal lines and short transversal lines. Then you press gently under their eyes to create a better skull shape, not that round, a skull is not round. And then you finish by sprinkling some powdered sugar or flour so they don't stick to your fingers during the ceremony. You can decorate them by adding colorful candies. The eyes are important because it's where you are going to exchange energy. And then you put them in a closed container in the fridge so they can harden and won't melt. You can also use crystal skulls you own if they fit easily into the palm of your hand. But of course, you will not have the pleasure of eating them. So that's all you will need in the physical plane.